And welcome back to another installment in the Air Hauler 2 series. This is episode 24. Alright, jumping into the office, we're going to go and we're going to look at our accepted jobs. And we can see that we still have 61% completed, so we have another 39% we got to go back and pick up. But we were lucky that while on the ground at MM76, we were able to pick up another job that takes us all the way back to KSAN. So we're going to be just a hop and skip across the bay to go pick up the rest of the load. So this is going to be fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to prep for this flight. So we're going to hit fly now. And yeah, we're going to do it with the Bonanza, which is located there. So here we are. We're going to load up that fertilizer. And we're going to go ahead and pick up some fuel. Yeah, we'll just take the full load of fuel, see where that leaves us. Full fuel shouldn't hurt. We can always dump in the tanks when we get back. So grabbing full fuel, full kit, that's what we're doing. And we'll let that pick the route, but what we're gonna do is make sure that we enter, and this is where we're kind of cheating and using 44A because it's a little bit, it's close, it's just not where we are, but it should allow us to make sure that the data shows up in the bar. So and then we would be going to KSAN, nice and direct. Alright, so hopefully that information will end up being correct. And then to make sure that we get our correct weather conditions, and then we go direct, but we drop in a waypoint of Sevra. And with Sevra entered, we're gonna go at 8,500, and there would be our map. All of that information is correct. So now what we need to do is enter our payload. So when we jump into the cockpit with our fuel load, so this becomes easy. We are going to have full fuel, so 40 gallons aside. And then our payload is 753 pounds. Because we took 583, so 753, so they're calculating 170 for a pilot. So 753, so 770, whatever, good enough. Gets us close enough. Hop inside, have a look inside, and let's go ahead and get ourselves fired up. So batteries go on, fuel pump goes on, prime that pump, 2, 3, fuel pump goes off. Alright, so clear prop. Come on. There she goes. Okay. Alright, so get that avionics master on. Pitot heat goes on. Taxi lights, nav lights, nice and early in the morning. There's our landing light. There's our taxi light. Get our
Welcome to your air hauler flight.
Flight plan going.
Start up and taxi.
right, we're gonna do that at go to Sevra. OTAYY. OTAYY. So that is, we're going to do that at I guess down to 2,500 of that one. And before that, we'll try to do zip, ZIPP. There it is, zip. Try to do that at 6,500. There we go. All right. And then we want KSAN. All right. Yeah, we know. Okay, so let's go to procedures, departure. So there are none, so this is just a departure out. So nearest is still KNY, so we're going to go ahead and swap that in.
Taxi and take off.
So we can't pick up the ATIS on the ground. Not that I really expected to. We're definitely not picking it up. Alright, we'll depart 1-3, I guess. One, 3. All right. Brakes are set. Mixture prop are full. Landing light goes on. Taxi light is off. Lights are good. Switches are good. 1-3 on the heading. 1-3 on the heading. 1-3 on the heading. And GPS is showing 1-3 currently on the heading. Alright, I'll confirm. Light directors are set. Power is set full. Gauges are green. Takeoff power set. And we are rolling. And we do have birds. Keep this bad boy on the center line. And on the ground below the birds, that is good. And let's get that nose off the ground. Gears going up. 2995. Alright, so let's just pitch that over. Start building up the speed. Still have a positive rate of climb. And go ahead and clean up those flaps. Alright, so go ahead and start our right-hand turnout. Alright, so we're going to go over navigation. CDI set to GPS. And as we can see, we're going to go ahead and turn off that landing light. Back inside the cockpit. And keep that turn coming. Through 1500, let's pull back to 25 on the power and 25 on the prop. And there we go. And we'll get ourselves with a yaw dampener on so we can take our feet off the floor. Yaw dampener is on. Back on our mixture, watching our EGT. It's peaking. And there it goes. There's our drop. Alright, so first set up for our climb. And in comes our track bars. So we're going to go up to 8,500 and we'll do it at about 400 feet per minute. We got a ways to climb. And follow that VSI nicely at 300, so speed. And now that we've captured, we will activate the autopilot and let it fly the rest of the way.
Next level. Next level.
Alright, so we have loaded the approach. And so we're going to do the RNAV 27. We're going to go ahead and see if we can pick up the ATIS.
Lindbergh Airport information, X-ray 1504, wind 308 and 10, visibility 13, sky conditions, few clouds at 1,200, temperature 17, 2.12, altimeter 3008, visual, runway 27, landing and departing, runway 27, VFR aircraft say direction of flight, all aircraft read back, hold short instructions, advise controller on initial contact, you have X-ray.
We have X-ray. 308 at 10. We'll do that, and that'll give us an idea where the wind's coming from. Alright, so our next altitude is 4,000. So we're going to go down to 4,000. Yeah, Lindy, 4,000. Now we're going down to 3,600. So Mr. Froch would be to climb 2,500 on track of 275 degrees to SARGs and hold. And so hold would be on 095. Alright, so information, we have it. Alright, so we need to be at 2,000 at Rebo. Done our initial fix. Our final approach fix will be at Rebo. So let's go outside. And landing light goes on. And let's go ahead and get a gear down. Looks so nice. And let's look out over our left wing. And get that flap down. I guess the right wing is much better for seeing the flap go down. Alright, so we're coming into the city. And we now want to go down to 2,000. Alright, so we're going to push forward on the yoke a little bit. And we've armed the approach mode. $2,000 at Rebo, and we are on our speed now. So from Rebo, we just follow that glide path in. Alright, so the autopilot has it. It's tracking nicely. Obviously it's visual, we can just fly it visual, but it's kind of fun to see how well the GTN 750 is able to drive the autopilot and just bring it down on an RMP all the way down. So 500. Minimums. And it is a displaced threshold. We do have the PAPI lights, so that's nice.
Landed. Taxi and park. Landing was smooth.
Alright, so we're gonna go to the north ramp. Alright, here we are over at the north ramp. We will park. And turn on our parking brake and turn the avionics off.
Alt-tab back to air hauler to offload/load cargo and fuel. A recommends closing FSX between flights/jobs.
Alright, so all the power goes off. And we want to go back into air hauler. So we can unload these items. Looking at our information, we haven't had a look in a bit, kind of been hiding, so let's go into our info. Wow, that dip, and now we are on our way. Overall reputation, we are now sitting at 25.33, so that's pretty cool. Now we're gonna check and see if we're gonna be able to hire pilots. This will be pretty interesting. Gonna have to do a whole thing just on that if we're able to finally hire a pilot. Now, the likelihood of a cargo job being available from our current location, so KSAN up to KSMO, that could be a lot of fun. Then there's a KSMO up to KTSP. So maybe we could link together a whole bunch of of fun ones, but I don't see much that heads over to KNZY from where we are right now. Oof. All the way up to San Jose. That's it's a pretty far flight. Some beef and prawns up at L22. Well, we could always look at headed out there. Not much going on at the moment that would have us really wanting to endanger things. So, I guess with that, we can leave this for another day and wrap up episode 24 of our Air Hauler 2 series. If you liked the video, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you'd like to subscribe, feel free to do that. Bring you some more content, and leave a comment if there's something else you'd like to see done in Prepared 3D. Either way, thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great night.